Oh my overreacting gosh. I'm so sorry for not making videos for 1 month. The reason for this is because I got a smart hard drive and a boot device not found errors. And if I broke it again, my computer is gone for good. But the good news is that I'm officially graduated. Yay! Now I can't go back to school ever again. Anyways, let's start the video.
Hi guys, this is GoAnimate4Schools here, and I have important news on YouTube. On August 2019, YouTube would begin showing abbreviated subscriber counts anywhere that a channel's numbers are displayed. YouTube announced on Tuesday that on August 2019, it can change how subscriber counts are displayed on the platform. Before August 2019, all YouTubers have their actual subscriber count visible on their page, giving real-time updates to YouTubers and their fan bases, but when August 2019 comes, websites like Social Blade have made a name for themselves by combing through the site's public application programming interface, or API, to give real-time updates to fans. Once the update goes into effect, third parties that use YouTube API services could also get the same abbreviated public counts. This change can also affect third parties using YouTube's API services, like Social Blade. Creators can still be able to access their exact subscriber counts in YouTube Studio. Instead of showcasing the precise number of subscribers that creators have amassed, the video giant will now only display abbreviated figures. The change will apply to channels that have more than 1,000 subscribers, meaning that channels with less than 1,000 subscribers can still see their exact number of subscribers displayed. Because of this YouTube change, Social Blade would not be able to update sub counts in real time anymore. By not making full subscriber counts available to the public, YouTube is likely trying to put an end to this obsession before it becomes even more problematic. For channels with fewer than 1,000 subscribers, the exact non-abbreviated subscriber count could still be shown. If the channel has 500 subs, it'll still remain as 500. For channels with more than 1,000 subscribers, YouTube would abbreviate public subscriber numbers on a sliding scale. Here are some examples as follows. If the channel had 1,000 subs, it'll say 1K. If the channel had 1,100 subs, it'll say 1.1K. If the channel had 1,200 subs, it'll say 1.2K. If the channel had 1,300 subs, it'll say 1.3K. If the channel had 1,400 subs, it'll say 1.4K. If the channel had 1,500 subs, it'll say 1.5K. If the channel had 1,600 subs, it'll say 1.6K. If the channel had 1,700 subs, it'll say 1.7K. If the channel had 1,800 subs, it'll say 1.8K. If the channel had 1,900 subs, it'll say 1.9K. If the channel had 2,000 subs, it'll say 2K. If the channel had 2,100 subs, it'll say 2.1K. If the channel had 2,200 subs, it'll say 2.2K. If the channel had 2,300 subs, it'll say 2.3K. If the channel had 2,400 subs, it'll say 2.4K. If the channel had 2,500 subs, it'll say 2.5K. If the channel had 2,600 subs, it'll say 2.6K. If the channel had 2,700 subs, it'll say 2.7K. If the channel had 2,800 subs, it'll say 2.8K. If the channel had 2,900 subs, it'll say 2.9K. If the channel had 3,000 subs, it'll say 3K. If the channel had 3,100 subs, it'll say 3.1K. If the channel had 3,200 subs, it'll say 3.2K. If the channel had 3,300 subs, it'll say 3.3K. If the channel had 3,400 subs, it'll say 3.4K. If the channel had 3,500 subs, it'll say 3.5K. If the channel had 3,600 subs, it'll say 3.6K. If the channel had 3,700 subs, it'll say 3.7K. If the channel had 3,800 subs, it'll say 3.8K. If the channel had 3,900 subs, it'll say 3.9K. If the channel had 4,000 subs, it'll say 4K. If the channel had 4,100 subs, it'll say 4.1K. If the channel had 4,200 subs, it'll say 4.2K. If the channel had 4,300 subs, it'll say 4.3K. If the channel had 4,400 subs, it'll say 4.4K. If the channel had 4,500 subs, it'll say 4.5K. If the channel had 4,600 subs, it'll say 4.6K. If the channel had 4,700 subs, it'll say 4.7K. If the channel had 4,800 subs, it'll say 4.8K. If the channel had 4,900 subs, it'll say 4.9K. If the channel had 5,000 subs, it'll say 5K. If the channel had 5,100 subs, it'll say 5.1K. If the channel had 5,200 subs, it'll say 5.2K. If the channel had 5,300 subs, it'll say 5.3K. If the channel had 5,400 subs, it'll say 5.4K. If the channel had 5,500 subs, it'll say 5.5K. If the channel had 5,600 subs, it'll say 5.6K. If the channel had 5,700 subs, it'll say 5.7K. If the channel had 5,800 subs, it'll say 5.8K. If the channel had 5,900 subs, it'll say 5.9K. If the channel had 6,000 subs, it'll say 6K. If the channel had 6,100 subs, it'll say 6.1K. If the channel had 6,200 subs, it'll say 6.2K. If the channel had 6,300 subs, it'll say 6.3K. If the channel had 6,400 subs, it'll say 6.4K. If the channel had 6,500 subs, it'll say 6.5K. If the channel had 6,600 subs, it'll say 6.6K. If the channel had 6,700 subs, it'll say 6.7K. If the channel had 6,800 subs, it'll say 6.8K. If the channel had 6,900 subs, it'll say 6.9K. If the channel had 7,000 subs, it'll say 7K. If the channel had 7,100 subs, it'll say 7.1K. If the channel had 7,200 subs, it'll say 7.2K. If the channel had 7,300 subs, it'll say 7.3K. If the channel had 7,400 subs, it'll say 7.4K. If the channel had 7,500 subs, it'll say 7.5K. If the channel had 7,600 subs, it'll say 7.6K. If the channel had 7,700 subs, it'll say 7.7K. If the channel had 7,800 subs, it'll say 7.8K. If the channel had 7,900 subs, it'll say 7.9K. If the channel had 8,000 subs, it'll say 8K. If the channel had 8,100 subs, it'll say 8.1K. If the channel had 8,200 subs, it'll say 8.2K. If the channel had 8,300 subs, it'll say 8.3K. If the channel had 8,400 subs, it'll say 8.4K. If the channel had 8,500 subs, it'll say 8.5K. If the channel had 8,600 subs, it'll say 8.6K. If the channel had 8,700 subs, it'll say 8.7K. If the channel had 8,800 subs, it'll say 8.8K. If the channel had 8,900 subs, it'll say 8.9K. If the channel had 9,000 subs, it'll say 9K. If the channel had 9,100 subs, it'll say 9.1K. If the channel had 9,200 subs, it'll say 9.2K. If the channel had 9,300 subs, it'll say 9.3K. If the channel had 9,400 subs, it'll say 9.4K. If the channel had 9,500 subs, it'll say 9.5K. If the channel had 9,600 subs, it'll say 9.6K. If the channel had 9,700 subs, it'll say 9.7K. If the channel had 9,800 subs, it'll say 9.8K. If the channel had 9,900 subs, it'll say 9.9K. If the channel had 10,000 subs, it'll say 10K. If the channel had 20,000 subs, it'll say 20K. If the channel had 30,000 subs, it'll say 30K. If the channel had 40,000 subs, it'll say 40K. If the channel had 50,000 subs, it'll say 50K. If the channel had 60,000 subs, it'll say 60K. If the channel had 70,000 subs, it'll say 70K. If the channel had 80,000 subs, it'll say 80K. If the channel had 90,000 subs, it'll say 90K. If the channel had 100,000 subs, it'll say 100K. If the channel had 200,000 subs, it'll say 200K. If the channel had 300,000 subs, it'll say 300K. If the channel had 400,000 subs, it'll say 400K. If the channel had 500,000 subs, it'll say 500K. If the channel had 600,000 subs, it'll say 600K. If the channel had 700,000 subs, it'll say 700K. If the channel had 800,000 subs, it'll say 800K. If the channel had 900,000 subs, it'll say 900K. If the channel had 1 million subs, instead of saying 1000K, it'll say 1M. If the channel had 1,100,000 subs, it'll say 1.1M. If the channel had 1,200,000 subs, it'll say 1.2M. If the channel had 1,300,000 subs, it'll say 1.3M. If the channel had 1,400,000 subs, it'll say 1.4M. If the channel had 1,500,000 subs, it'll say 1.5M. If the channel had 1,600,000 subs, it'll say 1.6M. If the channel had 1,700,000 subs, it'll say 1.7M. If the channel had 1,800,000 subs, it'll say 1.8M. If the channel had 1,900,000 subs, it'll say 1.9M. If the channel had 2 million subs, it'll say 2M. If the channel had 2,100,000 subs, it'll say 2.1M. If the channel had 2,200,000 subs, it'll say 2.2M. If the channel had 2,300,000 subs, it'll say 2.3M. If the channel had 2,400,000 subs, it'll say 2.4M. If the channel had 2,500,000 subs, it'll say 2.5M. If the channel had 2,600,000 subs, it'll say 2.6M. If the channel had 2,700,000 subs, it'll say 2.7M. If the channel had 2,800,000 subs, it'll say 2.8M. If the channel had 2,900,000 subs, it'll say 2.9M. If the channel had 3 million subs, it'll say 3M. If the channel had 3,100,000 subs, it'll say 3.1M. If the channel had 3,200,000 subs, it'll say 3.2M. If the channel had 3,300,000 subs, it'll say 3.3M. If the channel had 3,400,000 subs, it'll say 3.4M. If the channel had 3,500,000 subs, it'll say 3.5M. If the channel had 3,600,000 subs, it'll say 3.6M. If the channel had 3,700,000 subs, it'll say 3.7M. If the channel had 3,800,000 subs, it'll say 3.8M. If the channel had 3,900,000 subs, it'll say 3.9M. If the channel had 4 million subs, it'll say 4M. If the channel had 4,100,000 subs, it'll say 4.1M. If the channel had 4,200,000 subs, it'll say 4.2M. If the channel had 4,300,000 subs, it'll say 4.3M. If the channel had 4,400,000 subs, it'll say 4.4M. If the channel had 4,500,000 subs, it'll say 4.5M. If the channel had 4,600,000 subs, it'll say 4.6M. If the channel had 4,700,000 subs, it'll say 4.7M. If the channel had 4,800,000 subs, it'll say 4.8M. If the channel had 4,900,000 subs, it'll say 4.9M. If the channel had 5 million subs, it'll say 5M. If the channel had 5,100,000 subs, it'll say 5.1M. If the channel had 5,200,000 subs, it'll say 5.2M. If the channel had 5,300,000 subs, it'll say 5.3M. If the channel had 5,400,000 subs, it'll say 5.4M. If the channel had 5,500,000 subs, it'll say 5.5M. If the channel had 5,600,000 subs, it'll say 5.6M. If the channel had 5,700,000 subs, it'll say 5.7M. If the channel had 5,800,000 subs, it'll say 5.8M. If the channel had 5,900,000 subs, it'll say 5.9M. If the channel had 6 million subs, it'll say 6M. If the channel had 6,100,000 subs, it'll say 6.1M. If the channel had 6,200,000 subs, it'll say 6.2M. If the channel had 6,300,000 subs, it'll say 6.3M. If the channel had 6,400,000 subs, it'll say 6.4M. If the channel had 6,500,000 subs, it'll say 6.5M. If the channel had 6,600,000 subs, it'll say 6.6M. If the channel had 6,700,000 subs, it'll say 6.7M. If the channel had 6,800,000 subs, it'll say 6.8M. If the channel had 6,900,000 subs, it'll say 6.9M. If the channel had 7 million subs, it'll say 7M. If the channel had 7,100,000 subs, it'll say 7.1M. If the channel had 7,200,000 subs, it'll say 7.2M. If the channel had 7,300,000 subs, it'll say 7.3M. If the channel had 7,400,000 subs, it'll say 7.4M. If the channel had 7,500,000 subs, it'll say 7.5M. If the channel had 7,600,000 subs, it'll say 7.6M. If the channel had 7,700,000 subs, it'll say 7.7M. If the channel had 7,800,000 subs, it'll say 7.8M. If the channel had 7,900,000 subs, it'll say 7.9M. If the channel had 8 million subs, it'll say 8M. If the channel had 8,100,000 subs, it'll say 8.1M. If the channel had 8,200,000 subs, it'll say 8.2M. If the channel had 8,300,000 subs, it'll say 8.3M. If the channel had 8,400,000 subs, it'll say 8.4M. If the channel had 8,500,000 subs, it'll say 8.5M. If the channel had 8,600,000 subs, it'll say 8.6M. If the channel had 8,700,000 subs, it'll say 8.7M. If the channel had 8,800,000 subs, it'll say 8.8M. If the channel had 8,900,000 subs, it'll say 8.9M. If the channel had 9 million subs, it'll say 9M. If the channel had 9,100,000 subs, it'll say 9.1M. If the channel had 9,200,000 subs, it'll say 9.2M. If the channel had 9,300,000 subs, it'll say 9.3M. If the channel had 9,400,000 subs, it'll say 9.4M. If the channel had 9,500,000 subs, it'll say 9.5M. If the channel had 9,600,000 subs, it'll say 9.6M. If the channel had 9,700,000 subs, it'll say 9.7M. If the channel had 9,800,000 subs, it'll say 9.8M. If the channel had 9,900,000 subs, it'll say 9.9M. If the channel had 10 million subs, it'll say 10M. If the channel had 20 million subs, it'll say 20M. If the channel had 30 million subs, it'll say 30M. If the channel had 40 million subs, it'll say 40M. If the channel had 50 million subs, it'll say 50M. If the channel had 60 million subs, it'll say 60M. If the channel had 70 million subs, it'll say 70M. If the channel had 80 million subs, it'll say 80M. If the channel had 90 million subs, it'll say 90M. If the channel had 100 million subs, it'll say 100M. If the channel had 200 million subs, it'll say 200M. If the channel had 300 million subs, it'll say 300M. If the channel had 400 million subs, it'll say 400M. If the channel had 500 million subs, it'll say 500M. If the channel had 600 million subs, it'll say 600M. If the channel had 700 million subs, it'll say 700M. If the channel had 800 million subs, it'll say 800M. If the channel had 900 million subs, it'll say 900M. And if the channel had 1 billion subs, instead of 1000M, it'll say 1B. It can affect anyone who had equal to 1000, or more than 1000 subs. This is Dragonia4Schools, signing off.
Oh, and before I end this video, I wanted to say the bad news. The bad news is that, GoAnimate4Schools got shut down as of June 30, 2019 and removed on July 2, 2019. No, even worse. Blotagon Story Desktop also got shut down as of June 30, 2019. No, even more worse. The Legacy Video Maker on Vyond will shut down on December 2019. No. I hope all of you want to use the HTML5 Video Maker soon. That's all I wanted to say. Bye.